In this second part on the subject to do with marriage, we are going to explore how we discover our true partners. The key things to how you discover the compatibility partner who will be truly compatible to your life. But before I proceed, I will also want to make it known that every act has a meaning. Everything that happens around us happens with a formula. That formula is the art upon which anything evolves, exists. I said in my first discussion concerning marriage that it is essential for one not to neglect knowledge by which a subject is in existence. You need details about the subject which you are focusing upon. If you have a person in your life to who you're attracted to, attraction is not knowledge. When anything is driven by our emotions, it is a situation that lacks information. Emotion is feelings. It does not contain knowledge. We were created that way. We can have feelings, and our feelings can always change. In the morning you are sad, in the afternoon you are happy, in the evening you are confused. Once it comes to the issue of marriage, you're looking for a life investment relationship. You're looking at a state where the individual person in the question is going to be coming into your life, and you're starting a very long time frame in existence while you're in this body. Knowledge is very essential. Knowing what you choose, understanding what you're choosing is more essential than experimenting. Unfortunately, most of us often experiment, and that's pretty dangerous. When you understand yourself and understand what you want, you don't go around experimenting. After you've understood the persons that you are, you have discoveries of the avenues or the patterns of avenue by which God has called you or created you for. Those avenues of discoveries are the guiding map which leads your life and the pattern of your existence here on earth. Once you discover the calling in your life, for what purpose God has called you, it makes it easier for you to understand what type of characters of human beings are suitable for you to achieve the cause and the purpose by which God has called you. And therefore, in picking up a subject called a partner, one must realize, number one, that they are seeking compatibility. You need to determine whether the subject that you want to bring into your life is compatible with what you seek for, your purpose in life, your vision, and everything that you want to accomplish in this short life you exist on planet Earth. So how do we determine the persons that are suitable to our lives in marriage? There are 4 ways. There are 4 definite ways by which one can be guided in picking up a marital partner. The first one is psychological. A marital partner is more physical, and therefore you have to approach these persons in a more physical manner than any other manner. It's a body with a body, flesh for flesh, bone by bone. Physical things are displayed. You can read them, you can see them, you can determine them. Characters are not hidden agendas. They're things we can determine, we can look at them, and we can see them, and we can always know what they are. Some people give it a time in order to see what character the individuals have, and in many occasions they fail to come to that conclusion because people can tend to be deceitful in their nature, meaning they might hide their characters so that you don't know the truth about these persons until you are deep enough in a relationship. Probably by that time you're already in marriage. So certain things start showing up, certain characters begins to show up, and then you are overwhelmed by confusion to whatsoever you endorsed yourself for. So to help guide you on how you pick a partner, let's look at the subject of psychological abilities or psychological strengths. For example, you look at an animal, maybe a gazelle and a lion. They have different features. Their existence, their prime mode of life are not the same. How the lion coordinates its existence and how a gazelle exists are two different formula. So therefore they cannot have the same psychological pattern. Psychological pattern is very essential, my friend. When you have a Mercedes-Benz and you bought a Mercedes-Benz car and the car breaks down, you don't go to the Toyota company seeking for the parts which belongs to a Mercedes-Benz. You will definitely go to a Mercedes-Benz showroom or mechanics headquarters to discover that which is lacking on your car, to have it repaired or reinstated. We are still back in the subject of compatibility. Know who you are, know who she is. Don't get attracted based on emotions. Get attracted based on facts, based on truth, based on wisdom. Choose something because it fits you, not because it is nice, it is good looking, it is wonderful. Pick up something because it suits your purpose, not because it is famous, not because it is obliged to have done this, done that. Please put off the emotional part of the subject and determine and focus on what suits you. That doesn't mean you become greedy. In relationship, you can be overwhelmed to a point where you sacrifice the who you are in order to fit on who they are. That can be a very dangerous subject. You may live a life like a slave, only satisfying one side and never be satisfied. I have often seen people living a life where they have to satisfy others while they remain empty. This situation overwhelms them, and when the right time comes, they break away because they've been living a lie. Never live a lie. Understand what you need. Understand your needs. Understand your purpose. Understand your vision. Understand the reason why God gave you this life and what God is determined to achieve from you out of this life. Build something and bring others in your life to help you build that which is the purpose of God. And because we coexist, one thing that is very interesting is that we build each other so that when you come into my life and you contribute into certain things in my life, that is the same time I'm capable of contributing into certain things in your life. That means coexistence. We were created to coexist. None of us was created to be alone. It is impossible to be alone on planet Earth without having an interaction with a fellow human being. There are things you're good at and the things you're not good at. Therefore, there'll be people in this life who have the things that you seek for as an individual. But it's only when you allow these people to come into your life that you'll experience the things that you seek for that you'll never be able to do by your own. And therefore, once you understand the art of compatibility, you'll be going out to think, to pick on individuals based on the psychological strength. For example, if in the natural world you are like a pickup, you can handle 2 tons of goods or 3 tons of goods. Then you go out there, you pick up one which is of 7 tons or 20 tons. The demands of 7 tons and 20 tons are totally different from a car or a vehicle which handles 2 to 3 tons. Listen, it is good to admire the perfect. It is good to admire the best. But consequently, there is nothing perfect, there is nothing best without a price that causes it to be in that mode. Success is an investment of a lot of efforts. If you admire those who are successful, you are admiring investment of efforts. So don't come to a state whereby once you're given an opportunity to have the best persons you've always wanted to settle down with, you then realize that they are so engaged in investing a lot of efforts to becoming what they are, so much that you feel you don't fit there. For example, a woman who wished to get married to a millionaire or a rich man, ignoring factors by which he became rich, ignoring the efforts by which these persons worked hard to become what they are. Just the fact that you ignore the process that made these people is a clear factor that you are bound to fail in that relationship. Of course, success is attractive, but there is no accidental success. Why do you think you're attracted to successful people, yet you don't have the success? It is easy for successful persons to be attracted to successful persons because the pattern by which they compose success is often compatible. You understand what you have to go through in order to succeed. So that when you meet a successful person, the pattern seems familiar. But if you're not successful, neither do you know or have the formula by which one attains success. It becomes next to impossible for you to handle the situations that comes with successful people. That's when you hear someone complaining, well, he's not here for me. He's always busy with his work. He's always busy with his business. He's never home. He's always running up and down. You can hear people complaining. The same people complaining about these individuals whom they are accusing for not being at home or availing themselves in relationship are the same persons who will turn back to these people wanting money, wanting clothes, wanting bills to be paid, wanting to live a good life, wanting to be driven in a luxurious car. And so one wonders how you ever thought that success that these people project is without a price. That is foolishness. My friend, it is important that you be compatible with what you are. I will say it like this: whatsoever you are is who you are. Seeking that which you are not will only result into confusion. Settle to your path, settle to your form, settle to your mode. Settle that which indicates and determines the persons that you are. You are seeking compatibility. Don't forget that. I told you marriage is about compatibility. If it is not compatible, it will cause crisis. Fit where you can fit because you fit there. Don't force yourself to fit to a place where you can't handle. If you know you are not a successful person, yet you're attracted to successful people, don't forget the truth and the facts. There is no accidental success. People invest their sweat, their blood, their tears, their time in order to build up anything. Most successful people have invested so much of their lives, their time, on the works they are doing. So it's logic. If you can handle that absenteer, which is necessary to create and to cause the harmony and the success you see or you view, then you are in a wrong pattern. Because you are not supposed to come into people's life to alter how they evolved in this life. Once you begin to interfere with the structures by which you discover people evolving, you are causing crisis. You're supposed to reinforce the evolving factor of these people. You're not supposed to stumble them. And if you're not able to calculate the price, if you're not able to calculate the price, if you're not able to handle the price by which somebody has to evolve, then it is not worth it to have these people in your life. Jesus said, count the cost. It is important that you count the cost in everything that you do.